Good morning, everyone. This is Mighty Stream. Today is August the 21st, and we are going to do our spiritual principle of day in a meditation together. So I hope that you're ready. I will pull it up on the screen for you, okay? I am brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. I'm excited about today. I'm just still tickled pink. I don't know. I did some really intense introspective work yesterday, and I do think that somehow it's connected to the level of joy that I'm experiencing today. It's kind of like after you do your fifth step with your sponsor, that weight is taken off of your shoulders. I have that feeling of lightness and joy and excitement for life today. So anyway, if you want to reach out to me and talk about your step work or how things are going in your recovery, please do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Again, I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. Let's go ahead and get into, I caught a glimpse of it, but I didn't really look at the title, Faith to Let Go. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Okay. We plan for the future just for today and let go of the outcome, even when we really want it. Living Clean, Chapter 1, Why We Stay. Early in recovery, many of us are told, hey, don't future trip, when we express certainty that disaster lies ahead, no matter what we might do to prevent it, including staying clean and working a program. In NA, we frequently and actively encourage each other to be in the present moment, to focus on today and what is directly in front of us instead of fearing what may come to pass. But let's not be confused about what this means. We can and should plan for the future. We can allow ourselves to want a better life, full of good stuff, even really, really want it, even really, really want it. I like that. We can't let fear of the unknown prevent our progress. Enacting the future we desire depends upon our willingness to plot steps in the direction of our vision and our desires, and having faith that we are going to be okay no matter the outcome. What we need to be cautious about, however, are expectations. Because we've let ourselves really want something, dare to hope for it, even gasp, fantasize about getting it, a loss can really shake us. But we can't let disappointment or feelings of entitlement rob us of the faith in ourselves that can feel so fragile at such times. We also can't succumb to the temptation to let a single failure, despite all of our good intentions and hard work, define us and stop us from trying again. One of faith's toughest and most rewarding lessons is when we do everything in our power to succeed, turn over the rest, lose out, learn from it, and be okay to let it go. That's a moment of freedom to savor because it strengthens our faith to try again. And there may even be times when the outcome we've experienced initially as utter failure turns out to be the best possible result that could have happened. Faith, perspective, and time often work together in ways that create insights we could never have imagined. I won't let fear and uncertainty stop me from wanting more out of life. Faith will help me get my plan in action, find some acceptance, and help me stay out of and deal with the results, whatever they may be. Have you ever heard someone say it's okay to make plans, just don't plan the results? So that's what this is talking about. It's talking about having faith to plan for your future. It's talking about having enough faith to say, okay, if I want to be a doctor and I don't have a diploma, a high school diploma, that means that I have to get a GED. That means that I have to get my associates, get my bachelor's, my master's, right? I'm looking at maybe 8 to 10 years of education, maybe more, right? Depending on where your starting base is. I'm looking at 10 years of education that has to be financed. I may be able to get some help, financial aid, but there's a commitment to the process that I need to make. And I'm 50, so that means that I should be able to have this doctorate by the time I'm 60, 62, if I go ahead and start this process. And then you get on it. And when they tell you, like they told me, you are not going to pass this math class, this is going to have to be a retake. And you only get one retake of a class with financial aid. So make sure when you retake this, which you do need before you can get your associates, you are going to be able to commit the time and the energy, regardless to your family circumstances, regardless to your health. Do not take this class again. This is what my advisor told me. Do not take this class again until you have time written into your life to be able to even have a tutor if you need to. And when I remember she had just gotten her doctorate. And when she sat down with me and she talked to me that frankly, I knew that no time in the next several months would I be in the next semester be in a position to retake this class. Right. I knew that my grad date was going to be looking a lot different than I had hoped for. But when I did take it, I aced it. I walked away out of that class with a 4.0, and I will never forget the day that I walked. That same teacher that failed me the first time and gave me a 4.0 the second time. She stood up from the faculty. It sits in a certain area, and she screamed. There was a couple of them, but she screamed my name so loud. I will never forget my math teacher. She was so invested in me being a success. Okay, so what's the point? I'm in my second year working on my master's degree, right? At the beginning of next year, I will go start doing internship. I'm excited about that. I am very, very excited about that. Because if you could have told me when I started this process in 2011 that I would be 11 years into the game of trying to just get the master's, I'm not stopping until I get my doctorate, right? So I understand that I still have a stretch here of probably another 5 years. And I know that I have told myself I want that doctorate by the time I am 60. All right. For some reason, I got it in my mind that this is how much more time I have to commit to this educational piece. Right. So I'm telling you, when you plan for the future, you are not just saying, I want something. You're saying, I have the faith for this thing. And faith has some action that goes with it. If I had allowed that failure of my math class the first time to knock me out of the water, if I had allowed that, I would not be where I am today. I would not. Now I do want to say when I first met with the college and they indicated that my strength was with media, I probably, like I told you, I probably should have followed that because now I find myself doing a lot of extra things outside of the education piece that are more media related, right? I believe that's where my strength is, and I probably should have went that direction. But I can see, even with this podcast, that they're going to somehow be used together. Like I know God is going to work it out for me, right? I have no doubt in my mind. What is it Tell me, tell Mighty Stream, drop me a line, Facebook Messenger, my email, recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Tell me what it is you are planning. What is your faith for? And let me stand with you on that. Okay? Let me stand with you on that, because we have to remember that this is a process. And the faith that we need to let go of the failure so that we can get on to the successes. They tell us in multi-level marketing all the time, you're going to get a bunch of no's, but you got to get all the no's out the way, because the yes is coming. And when the yes coming, might be a several yeses, but then you're going to get some more no's. You can never stop trying to attain your goal. Okay? So let the failures come. But when they come, let them also be stepping stones to your next success, to your end game, your goal, that thing that you really desire. Some people are starting a business. Some people is having their name of their business on a building. Some people, it's a billboard. You want to build a type of practice where you could have a billboard, people passing on the highway, see your face and your business and your phone numbers to call. Others, it's a food truck. For some people, it's just getting back into school after a layoff of so many years. Some people want to be a master auto mechanic. Some people want to be an artist that is well known. There's so many things that people want to do and that they have faith for, but because they experience some setback, they don't move on into the things that they were believing for. I want you to do that today. I want you to take note. This is not necessarily something you need to write down, but I want you to take note of what you desire. Right? They told me if you have a vision, you should write that down and you should be reading that every day. What is your vision? If I would say anything, what is your vision? What is it that you want to do? Make it plain, write it down, and read it on a regular basis. Maybe some of you, I'm thinking maybe we need to get a journal started. Thinking that we might need to have a journal that is related to this. You can write Just for Today podcast, or you can write journal with Mighty Stream. Whatever you need to do, I think that we need to go out today and buy something if you don't already have it. Hopefully you already have something that you're writing in, and I've been telling you tear it out and fold it up. But now we're going to start today, and we're going to just start keeping it in one place. So here's what I want. On your first few pages, I remember telling you, you need to have a permanent gratitude list written somewhere where you will always see it. So even if you put it inside of your basic text, now I want you to go ahead and put it on the first page of your journal, right? The second thing I want you to have is a declaration of intention or a proclamation, right? This is something that I mentioned back in April, I believe, but it would be, my name is, let's just say my name is Belinda. I am a recovering addict, and I have, and then note however much time you have as of today. I intend to work the steps and grow my program. I intend to, right, and put all of these things that you want to do, right? Or you can change it and make it even more powerful and say, I am a doctor of medicine. I am a wife of so-and-so, or a husband of such and such. I have a net worth of $2 million. I have, right? You can make it more of like an affirmation. It can be so far into the future that you know you're going to be able to have to work for it, but it'll be more powerful. So I want you to write your personal proclamation. I'm debt free would be a big one for me. And so do that, right? You should have your list of friends, 1, 2, and 3, right? From the earlier podcast, and pray for them on the bottom of that sheet. And then just start developing one place you can go to with some of these ideals that I have for you to do. Your serenity prayer is even something you can maybe put that on your first page, right? Remember when we went over the serenity prayer? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Okay, what's your A? A items. What are the things that you need to accept that you can't change? What are the things you need courage for to change them? And what are the things that you need God to reveal to you? You need the wisdom to know the difference. You know, that probably would take up more than 1 or 2 pages, but you can put that in there. Okay. So let's start committing to having all of this stuff in one place where we can be more structured with it and we can consistently hold ourselves accountable to these spiritual principles, such as faith to let go of all our mistakes and to learn from them, faith to plan for our future, to be okay with dreaming and wanting, desiring something better for ourselves and our loved ones, right? Our plan, what's the map? How do we need to be able to get to those things? My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed your company today. I have some things I want to take care of for some family members. So I'm going to let you go and I'm going to hope and pray that I hear from you and that you have a beautiful day. I will be talking to you tomorrow.